Hi, I'm Joe, and this is my van. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you all had a great holiday and are thriving in the new year. Last time, we looked at the flooring and subflooring system in the 2022 Ford Transit. If you're just joining us, my name is Joe, and I'm going to be posting my experience here building out my van. The goal here is to build an off-the-grid camper van and also be able to service my contracting business and still be able to hit the road when it's time to explore. Today, we're getting into the wall system I built. As you can see, the van comes with all sorts of cutouts and panel voids. I know a lot of builders utilize this for wire runs and cubby holes. I was hesitant to do this for future access and versatility. Basically, I'm figuring out the layout as I go, and I have other ideas for wiring. You can see here I ran a PVC conduit for future wire snaking. So far, this has been pretty useless, but you never know. I decided to start with insulation. I filled the panel holes with R16 wall insulation, keeping in mind to cover the area like a blanket and not compress the material. The larger sections were left open for now. Later we will attach wood strips to staple insulation to. The next part I got kind of lucky with. I noticed the van comes with all these holes for manufacturer upgrades and paneling. Good for me, these holes are the right size for a 1/4-20 nut insert. I purchased a simple nut insert rivet gun and threaded most of the holes. Matching the whole layout to the plywood I cut out for the walls can be a bit tedious, but I have a good trick for this, which was very helpful. Using a paint marker, I marked the hardware. While it was still wet, I pressed the cutout against the wall and transferred the marks perfectly. I chose 1/2-inch BC plywood for the walls. The 1/2-inch material cut down on weight a little bit, and it was still durable enough to bolt to. I made a template for the wheel well and transferred that to the plywood. After using my paint marker trick, I drilled the holes, countersunk the face, and bolted on the panels. On the lower panels, I bolted on a 5-foot section of E-track before installation. Next was time to work on the large panels. I cut strips of poplar on a bevel to match the van shape. I secured these with a pre-drill and Tek screw. The strips provided a place to secure the plywood wall as well as a place to staple insulation to, as you can see here. Next, I made a paper template for the shape. And after bolting on more E-track, I was able to install the wood panel to the poplar strips using screws. I added some more D-rings on this panel. These, along with the E-track, are great for securing loads for work. E-track has many different attachments for transporting and truck straps. I can strap tools or material to the walls for safety and organization. This is a great upgrade for me and very useful. But there you go. Basically, one wall is done. I decided to make a little box here to cover the wheel well, and why not put a hinge on it for a little storage? After doing a few jobs and shuffling some tools, it was time to tackle the other side. This side was pretty much the same. However, I installed a small door toward the rear of the van for access to the wall. This will serve later as the shore power inlet. We will cover this later in videos, so stay tuned. But there you have it. This wall system is basically complete and gives me endless options for adding shelving, hardware, and electrical systems. I decided to switch gears at this point and added a curtain behind the cabin seats. Yes, I got out my sewing machine and made these myself. Not bad for a carpenter. Next time, on What Have I Gotten Myself Into, we look at the roof rack from Flatline Van Company and question our choices with solar panels and vent fans. For now, time to get back to work. Look here, you can see the use of the E-track turned into an upper shelf for lumber and material. This job consisted of creating partition walls for a basement living room. We did the layout to work with an existing staircase, framed and insulated, drywall and spackled, and finished the room with paint and molding. Another very happy customer for DeFonso Design. Thanks so much for watching and stay tuned for more VanBuild content. Subscribe and like the video below. See you all soon.